Shalom, Yirmiyahu. How are
Hello,
you?
Rabbi. Shalom, Rabbi. I'm good. How are you?
Baruch Hashem, thank you. Okay, so we continue with God help with the book of Daniel. Now we will go to the chapter 7. We jump because the connection between these two prophecies, both of them talk about the four exiles of Am Israel, start from Babylon. Right? The last time we talk about these four exile from up to down, and we remind the fact that we can switch. We can go from down to low. Right? It can be switched because Esau is like Abraham, and Yaakov is like Yitzchak. So you can always reverse this Yud Kei Vav Kei. Like it is written that God established the earth with the wisdom. It means the earth is connected to the wisdom, to the Yud of the name of God. The earth is like the last hay of the name of God. Konen Shamayim B'Tvuna. Shamayim is like the Vav, the heaven with Tvuna. Tvuna is like the mother, the understanding, the Holy Spirit. So they are both connected. It's like we have father, mother, son, and daughter. The daughter, she's like the father, she's the father too. And the mother and the son are one too. Ben Isha, son of woman, equal Mashiach. Right, so the concept of Mashiach, what we call the Son of God, has to do with the mother and the son. It means the mother has to get pregnant to receive the soul of Mashiach, and when she gets this pregnancy, it's like she has a son in herself. And the father and the daughter, it's like the father God. It's parallel to the concept of the father God. All right, so we talk about two, split the reality to two elements. Is the firstborn and is the secondborn. Is the king, or is the second to the king, or you can say is a priest and is a king. The king is like second here. In the future, who will receive the kingdom is the second to the king. It means it's the concept of Yaakov that will become king, even he's not the firstborn. But he will receive the kingdom from the priesthood, from the father, from the bad guy. Okay? So it's why we can reverse the Yud Kei Vav Kei, like we did the last time. We did it in symmetry, right? You remember we reverse the name of Yud Kei Vav Kei, we receive 7 elements. When you reverse Yud Kei Vav Kei and you leave the Yud in the middle, this becomes 7 letters. And we develop it a little bit. We said that instead of the Vav of the name of God, you have Kei Vav Dalet, because the Hey split to Dalet and Yud, and after you have the Yud. So you have the Hey, you have the Yud that split to High Father and High Mother. Mm-hmm. After you have the Hey, Vav Hey, or Hey Vav Dalet, and after you have Yud. All right, so this kind of development we did the last time. So now we talk about 4 animals that came out from the sea. Usually in Kabbalah, the sea is the mother. It's like the hiding, the seal world, above creation. The water, the sea, it's like something that I cannot see what is inside, something that is hiding You call it alma de cassia, the hiding, the cover word. This cover is, you cannot see what is in it. It's like above time, above space. All right? This is a mother, and this is a sea. Okay? This is what we call the sea. Now, from the sea, from the mother, came 4 children. Usually, the mother has 7 children. But the basics, the more important of all the 7 is the 4. You call it the 4 reel of the chariot. Is Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, David. In the book of Revelation, when you parallel to the 4 side, it's Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Yosef. So if Yosef, Mashiach ben Yosef came instead of Mashiach ben David in the book of Revelation. And again, they came from the mother, right? They are always, the book of Revelation, it talks about 7 things, right? There are 7 shofarot, blowing of the shofar. There are 7 chotamot, after 7 shofarot, after 7 plats. And the 7 split always to 3 and 4. 3, it's like the ground, the father and the mother. After from the mother, it's like a chamber, it's like a place. It's like the paradise. It's a place of thought. It's like the existence of the thought as a chamber. Open a window and came 4 other, and came out 7 children, but then the 7 will split again to 4 and to 3. So the 4 will be the 4 principle of the 7. After 3 will become the head of the world below. It means the leg of the world above will become the Chabad, the crown wisdom of the world below. And again, the last one will be the mother, and she will give again birth to 7 children, etc. This is the instruction of the book of Revelation. All right, so here we talk about the seeds with the mother. She has 4 children. So the 4 children that came from the mother is Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, and Esau. Right? In a simple way, you can say that this 4 parallel to Yud Kei Vav Kei, and you can say that it's what came in the middle, the attribute of the art that came after the mother. The first attribute of the art is the love, is a chesed, kindness. In the right hand is Abraham, is the lion to the right. So the talks are about a lion. They talk about the 4 side of 4 winds, right? Right in the book of Daniel. So this parallel to it's like we can learn from this, like what it is written in the book of Revelation, what is based on the book of Zechariah. The 4 harashim, the small smart concept of Mashiach that will destroy the enemy of Israel in the 4 corners of the earth. Okay? So the first one is related to a lion. He used to have wings, don't have anymore. It's like an angel that fell to earth. And now he grew up from the earth, like it is written. He's looking up from the earth. It means it's a secret of the plant. He fell from above, but he grew up from the earth. It's something in the earth that is even better of something that came from above. This is the secret of the plant, the Cohen. the lion, and after we have a bear. If you parallel to this 4 element to the Yud Ke Vav Ke, you have now the Vav. Bear, Dov in Hebrew equals 6, equals Vav, and it's split to 2 letters. Dalet, Dov is a bear. Dalet, it means the 4 corners of the earth and up and down. Right? Dov have to do, it's the acronym of Dira Batartonim. A place to live down. God created the world because we have a desire to live below in this world. So this is HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Vav of name of Hashem, that he want to live with the Shekhinah in this world. It's like the marriage between the HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the Shekhinah. What is above nature and what go down to the nature, the Shekhinah. Like the Vav, hey, the 2 last letters. All right, so the symbol here is it's a dove. The dove, the noises the dove, the bear do in the Bible is called shokek, dove shokek. This is the way he sing, he talk. You know, every animal has a special way to make noise. And he has a special word for this noise he makes. Right? So shokek is from the word ishtokekut. And it was ishtokekut, it means desire. God has desire to live in the world. It is written in Shir Hashirim, shokav, from the word ishtokekut. Shokav is his leg. Are stand of 6 equal dove. His pillow is his legs of the husband, right? Of the Vav of the name of Shem. Vav is 6. Right? His legs, they are pillow of 6. Amudei shokav amudei 6. 6 it means 6, but it means size too. And right, it means few words that make connection between this word that was created with 6 days. His pillow is pillow of 6 of the sixth of creation, and you have to do with God that want to live in this world. All right, so like we said, Dov is acronym of Dira Batartonim, apartment below. It ava Kadosh Baruch Hu liot lo dira batartonim. God have a desire to have an apartment dira. Start with the dalet of Dov. Batartonim in the lowest. Start with the bet. Together this forms the word Dov, dira batartonim. Ta'ava, desire, equal out, bite. The same gematria, 412. Okay, so. And about this second animal, it is written that we'll give him to eat. First of all, he have 3 ribs. It means he have 3 sides. Ribs, he have 3 sides of his personality. It's the 3 letters we talk about. Is the neshama, the ruach, and the nefesh. Right? Is a dordorim, 1-2 generations that is above the moon. He has 3 sides, and we will tell him, we will make him to eat a lot of meat. It means he will learn a lot of Torah. Basar Rav, it means rabbi. This is the concept of the rabbi. He will eat a lot of basar, a lot of meat. Basar, it came from the word levaser, to come with a new news, with something new. Psora. Psora, it came from the Psora. It's like a good news. It's like Eliyahu that is mevaser, is the announcement So this is something that has to do with Eliyahu Navi. What is the secret of the Rav? When we talk about the four concepts of Mashiach, even if even each one of them is Mashiach somehow. One of them we call him Mashiach ben Yosef, one of them we call him Mashiach ben David, the other one we call it Eliyahu Navi, the other one we call it the priest Cohen, the priest of justice. Right there. So now we talk about Eliyahu Navi, that is a mevaser, have to do with the concept of flesh, meat. Okay? This is a concept of Eve, of Chava, Eve, that she's the correction of Eve, that she's between Adam and the snake. Okay? Between the two inclinations, the sun and the moon, the horse and the donkey, etc. The mule, talk about the mule. She's not virgin. It's not the mother that she's the Chaya is the mother that she's the Rabbi. This will be the animals that came after. This will be a tiger. It means is not very strong character. Is not warrior of nobody. This was a tiger. Yes, this is what Daniel calls a tiger, right? So you can say that the tiger have to do with Greece because it's a third animal, and you can say that the tiger have to do with the Paras and Madai, the Parsha, because like we say that they are connected together somehow. The bear and the tiger. And after will be these monsters that refer to Rome. And now these monsters that have to do with Rome is a Yud. Now we see everything in reverse, right? I mean, we go from down to up. It will be the Yud, the father. Yud is mean 10. We talk about 10 king. That will be. And when will be revealed another small horn besides the 10, is the secret of Mimiut Abba. It's like a revelation that is not in the counting of the 10. It's another revelation. It's what we call the real father. Okay? And it will come instead of the Chabad of the 10. It's like something very real, something that has to do with the essence of the soul that will concord the Chabad, the Lubavitch. When you talk about the Chabad, you have Chokhmah Binah Dat, right? You have a horse, a mule, and a donkey. But the horse really is the Aimaz. It's not the real father. But inside the horse is the mule. This is the real father. Inside Yisha, you have Shlomo, it's the real father. Inside the sun, you have the moon, it's the real father. It's when Yisha calls snake in the Bible. That's why it's called snake, because it's a revelation of the real father inside Yisha. Okay, so this is this more or less what we have here in this prophecy. And you know, if I will say that this prophecy is repeating in the same way, repeating the prophecy of Nebuchadnezzar, so why I need it? Why I need it? All right, it was already a prophecy about the 4 exiles. Why I need another prophecy about the 4 exiles? We know already that will be 4 exiles. So it teaches us something new, that all this fauna can be understood from something that go from down to up. In the first prophecy, it's one person, one personality. This teaches us something too, that all the 7 exile Am Yisrael they are all one. They are all, it's like one old soul. It's like the same soul that come back from generation to generation. The same evil person that come back. First of all, this was Nimrod. Nimrod became Paro. Paro became Sancheriv. Sancheriv became Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar became Achashverosh or Amalek. After he became Antiochus in Yavan, in Greece. After he became Titus in Rome, etc. It's like the same. It's like it's all one person from up to down. Now they become 4 animals, and we understand them. If you see them like they came out from the sea, it's from up to down. You have first of all the lion, after you go to Gvura, after to Tiferet, Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. But if you see them like 4 elements of Yudke Vavke, it's definitely from down to up. Because it's the way, it's the same thing in the book of Revelation. It talk about Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Yosef, it is from up to down. But then we transform it to understand it from down to up. This one of the things that have to do with interpretation of people like me, that they are not born religion. They are Esa. They are pig. It means Chazir have to do with the light that come back. His Or Yashar is a straight light from up to down, and his Or Choser. Choser from the word Chazir, pig. Right? So one of the special things that have to do with Esa when he repents, that he is able to understand everything in reverse. The secret of the snake that is a person, man is a person of reversing. Ishtapuchot. He reverses himself. He reverses the understanding of all reality, and this is the secret of Chen. Noach Matzah Chen, the possibility to reverse any opinion. Because Avraham is the first, but no, now Avraham is a priest, because always Avraham had to do with the priesthood. And the priest now came instead of the snake, so the snake is the lowest. But in the lowest is something that related to the highest. It's why they can be switched. Right? So this is a special thing we renew here in our interpretation. That usually all the interpretation will say that the lion is Bavel. It can be still, the lion can be Bavel, but no, it's Bavel below. And it's Bavel that parallel to Rome. It's like Bavel is Rome. And Greece, Paras and Greece, Paras is Greece. They are connected together somehow.
So where we are now?
Where we are now, if we talk about what's going on in the world, you know, the globalists, like the New Home, they destroyed the free head of that ruling this world. What is United States, Russia, and China. It's like they replace it. You think it's United States that leads us. It's not United States that leads United States. It's something else that is above. It's one small home. It's small. It's a 14 family. That leads the world. It's a small home that conquered all the world. And she started by destroying the takeover of the free leader of the world. It's like the Chabad, take over on the Chabad. The Chabad is like the head, the leader, the intelligence of the world. Three big nations, the strongest nation. Take over. You think this is China or you think this is Russia? No, it's not Russia. They already give up to this globalist power existence. Okay, so I think the relation is very, very clear.
Do you mean we are in the third exile or fourth or the last exile?
Of course, we are in the last exile. We are 2,000 years in the last exile. We call it the exile of Edom.
What? Edom?
The exile of Edom. But now it's like the end of the time. The end of the time of exile of Edom.
So
in the next lesson we've got here, we'll go to chapter 9. Then he will talk about the different tarikhim, different date of Daniel. Right? He talk about 490 years. There was a split. How this has to do with the coming of Mashiach, or the number he talk about that.
So the coming of the Messiah. So we will know when will be the coming of the Messiah. Or?
The coming of Mashiach start. It means the last 7 years. It talks there about a first time of 49 years, after another 434 years. And after will happen few other things. Mashiach will be killed. The temple will be destroyed. And it will be a time of desert, of shemama, of. So we don't know how long this time took. So it's something, it's a time that is not known. It's about 2,000 years so far. And after this will be the 7 years. The 7 years split to like 3.5 years of preparation, the woman in the desert, and 3.5 years of the retrial. This is 7 years. And it's the day talk about it. So we talk about this next time. I don't want to. Okay?
Okay.
This is I don't say that everything is clear there, but this is about the prophecy, what is about. Okay? This is interesting to us. The other chapter talk about different story, different prophecy, but it's not it's not connected really actually to, it's something that any rabbi can teach, that Nebuchadnezzar become an animal. All right, it's a nice story, but everybody can read it literally. All right, okay. Or the story that they put Daniel with the lion, that didn't touch him. Or they put Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah in the tanur, in the fire, and didn't happen to them nothing. You know, all right. So everybody can learn it. It's not something for me to teach.
Mhm.
What is interesting to us is, you know, it's the prophecies that talk about the beast, about the animals that have to do with all these stories. What happened, what will happen, and how this have to do with the book of Revelation, with Christianity, etc. This is especially what I try to focus on it, how it's connected to the book of Revelation. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be in touch. We've got help next week,
Mhm.
and we continue with the book of Daniel with chapter 9. God help.
But Rabbi, but what happened when the Messiah come from that? I mean, from the prophecy from the Daniel, the book of Daniel. This prophecy, we will know when the Messiah come. But when the what happened with the prophecy in Isaiah and Zechariah? It will happen after the coming of Messiah, or it already happened. It already happened, or will happen.
In Isaiah and in Zechariah, they talk about many things.
Mm-hmm. About
So I don't know. I don't understand your question.
yeah, like the nation, like the peace in the world, and then like the nation will come and learn Torah.
Peace, all right. The peace will start. We start after the retrial. Start the peace process of peace. After the retrial, it's not anymore the wall between Christianity and Judaism. So now Abyssal will realize what is really there, because the knowledge will be stitched to for all the world, full TV in the retrial. In the retrial, we will learn about all the prophecy, all the prophecy in the Torah, or everything it is written in the New Testament. So then, Am Yisrael, we have back the Yechidah, Jesus. It means the Yechidah make unity in Am Yisrael. Now we have no problem to establish the Sanhedrin in the way that is not a question who should be in the Sanhedrin. Is no question who is the real leader of Am Yisrael, who is the biggest rabbi. So we can move on. If we are all split, everybody have a different opinion, a different agenda, we cannot do anything. One group will establish Sanhedrin, the other group will say, no, I don't recognize it. We cannot do any progress. And this is the way it's all the world. It's all where one against another. All right, so in the moment we do the retrial, will be revealed them secret of the Freemasonry too. We have already something common to everybody. What is Yemar Shemo? What is the secret of Jesus? And this common thing, we allowed all the part of the world united together. In Am Yisrael and all the world. This will cause a unity all over the world. And then we go to peace and to all the other process. But the 7 years that Zechariah talk about them, the 7 years is it's not something that happened in the past. No, it's not happened.
What if the world and Israel still not believing in that Messiah?
You know, people people go by what you call the consensus. You know, if everybody in the TV said that this person is Eliyahu Hanavi and this person is so and so, they believe it. Like they believe the lie about the Cohen, as they would believe when they will say true. You know, people are not such intelligence. And besides this, we want the people to understand by themselves the difference between lie and truth. It's why we do the results. It's like an education time of 3.5 years. Education time for all the nation to teach what is Mashiach, what exactly we want in this world, how we make peace in this world. You know? How we call the engine that have to do with the soul of Mashiach. It's an engine, it's complicated. So people will learn. So in the moment this change, this thing happen, so people will go with this. Will go with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just to put light in a place that is dark, so people learn. You know, now they see the truth, they understand the truth, they understand in which lies they was living, and you know, it has to be a natural development. And in this, the natural development will lead to a development of reality. Evolution, you know, the reality can change physically. The nature of the animal can change. Because, you know, you can imagine that all the people in the world, they all learn Torah. Each one in his speciality. Somebody that he was in like giant, he will learn just about the giant. He can learn all his life just about the giant. What is it, the Torah giant? Or whatever, you know, anything, you know. All the world we learn Torah. And each one has his special part in the Torah. A special way to understand the Torah. A special get, a special letter in the Torah. So one is a musician, another one is a technician, engineer, I don't know, everybody will learn the Torah in a way that is not just learning something, it's developing of himself, of his personality, his special personality, and reveal new things about the world, about science. New things will be revealed. And, you know, when people think good, the reality become good. Slowly. In the development, we get to a state that the temple will be built, is peace all over the world. The temple is built, and now everybody can see Jesus with the Father. Okay? Everybody can see it.
But when this happened, this is not New Jerusalem yet. I mean, like
the New Jerusalem will be revealed too. That is the soul of the Jerusalem will build.
In that, at the same time with all the world learn Torah.
Yeah, the world will learn Torah. ומלאה הארץ דעה את השם כמים לים מכסים. The earth will be full of knowledge like water. Fill the world.
Mm.
Everybody, what is the day of Mashiach? It's the time we can learn Torah. This is the day of Mashiach. For what we need the day of Mashiach? We have all the time to learn Torah.
Mm. Yeah. It will last forever, or this is already Olam Haba, or no, not yet.
It's this world that starts slowly be connected to this, to Olam Haba. It's like a soul and a body. Now we are not aware of Olam Haba, but when all the world will learn Torah, everybody will live in Olam Haba as well, like he live in this world.
So the life in Olam Haba will be the same with
The life, the world, the coming world is coming all the time inside this world. You can say that it's something that belongs to the future, Olam Haba, Olam, like a world that he will come. It will be revealed, but it's up to you. It can be revealed now inside of you. If you develop your sense, you live in Olam Haba, then you are living in Olam Hazeh. Like Eliyahu Hanavi, or like, you are in both worlds. Now in this world, to go to Olam Haba, we have to die in this world. It's difficult to be both in both of them. It's very difficult to be. In the future, no. We don't have to forget this world to get to the revelation to the world to come. Now, one of the concepts he reminds Daniel in this prophecy of the chapter 7, right? This was the Atik Yomim, and the talk, a river of fire came out of him. You call it Nar Dinur in Aramaic. Nar Dinur, it's like a place where after it's like a high place in hell or a low place in heaven. It's like something that I have to, if I want to get to revelation of Olam Haba, of the paradise, I have to forget all the impression from this world. So I have to clean myself, to pure myself in the Nar Dinur. I have to forget this world. Right?
Yeah.
If not, I cannot go up if I don't forget this one. In the future, no, we will be able to hold both of them. Both of them will be in holiness, we will be able to hold this, the reality of this world and the reality of the world to come both together. This is not yet. Now to go up, I have to unconnect myself from below. I cannot hold both of them together.
Okay. So at that time, the Messiah will lead all the nations.
Of course, yeah. Yes.
So even one nations like maybe like China never knew about Torah, never knew about God. I mean, different. Like they have different.
It will be a lot of negotiation. It will be a lot of talking. It's not in one day. But all the leaders of the world, even the evil ones, they will understand that if they continue in the way they go, this world will stop to exist, and everything will stop to exist.
Yeah.
So this is what they want. They will understand this. They will understand that if they want to save this world, We have to follow what it is written in the Torah and not fight against the Torah. To make them understand it, it's why now I'm going to publish, with God's help, a small book about the lost world of the Freemasonry.
In Hebrew or?
It will be out soon, I hope. It was translated to English.
Oh, okay.
A small book about the lost world of the Freemasons.
Oh.
All right, so what's the purpose of it? What's the purpose of it? To show to the Freemasonry that we have all the same Mashiach.
Mm.
It's all this, we have all the same Mashiach. The Freemasonry, the Christians, the Jewish, we have all the same Mashiach.
What is it? Can you repeat?
We have all the same Mashiach. The Mashiach of the Lucifer, of the Freemasonry, the Mashiach of the Illuminati, the Mashiach of the Christian, the Mashiach of the Jewish is the same Mashiach. The same Mashiach for everybody.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay? In the moment we prove that it's the same Mashiach for everybody, they must to accept the knowledge if we prove it.
Mm.
All right?
Yeah. But I still cannot understand why we should believe in the Messiah now if we will know him when he revealed himself and all the world will recognize him. So what's the point of now we believing in the Messiah now? What's like,
You know, if let's say that you believe now in Mashiach, you was right, and Mashiach came, so you are very happy, so you was in the right path. Now, if all your if in all your life you live in lie, and Mashiach came, and you find out that all your life it was a lie, you was very sorry about this. This is a punishment. I was not right. I wasted my life.
okay.
And it will be more difficult for me to understand what Mashiach teach. I will be, you know, I will be not in the head of the people that receive Mashiach. I will be in the tail. Like Jesus said, the first one will be the last one will be the first one.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
It's important. It's very important for you to know yet that you spend your life to help to bring Mashiach, and Mashiach came. So you have part of this. And if you don't have any part of this, for you it's in many ways the coming of Mashiach is like a punishment.
So the
Because
Jewish people, what
it's
about
like a punishment.
also the rabbis? Like because the rabbis
For everybody, if he was in the good path, he would be very happy when came Mashiach, and who was not in the right path, he will be sorry.
What do you mean like right path? The right path is the Torah or
The right
believing in
path, he fought right. He did good thing to bring Mashiach. Thanks to him, Mashiach came. So he will be very happy that he helped to bring Mashiach. That he did good thing in this world. And himself, somebody all his life he was fighting against Mashiach, and he will find that he was all his life wrong. For him, the coming of Mashiach, it would be like a hell. It will be difficult.
But how when what about when he lives
Well, what's the question about? Of course, somebody that is he was right, somebody that was not right, he will have to eat his cover, his head, like the expression. You know, it's not very taste. Have to eat, he will have to eat it.
Oh.
You understand? You know this expression.
Yeah.
You're not right. You will have to eat your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So all the people that was no right, they will have a hat to eat. A hat.
yeah. Mm. Yeah.
If two people have discussion about something, right?
Mm.
And finally, the truth is revealed. The one that was not right, he will be sorry that he was right. The one that he was right, he was very happy. He win in the discussion,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. But what happened with all the Sadiq, like who already passed away? Like all the rabbis who are
The,
Sadiq, they came,
everybody will come back to life
but
for the final.
but they don't believe in the Messiah. I mean, in that Messiah.
They did whatever they have to do in their time. They did the four speeches, right? The four speeches is the four element of the Christianity. So they did it in a different way.
Also,
All right.
so it covered.
Let's say that they are in heaven. They sleep there. They sleep. But when Mashiach came, everybody will want to come here again, one more time. Even souls that sleep for thousands of years. Even they're in heaven, they will want to live, to come to this world after Mashiach came.
Okay.
Okay.
But sometimes believing in that in Jesus as a Messiah, sometimes not. I don't mean to insulting Christianity or insult people, but sometimes believing in Jesus as the Messiah will lead us to the New Testament, which sometimes the New Testament verses will looks like against the Torah, against the Jewish people. That's why.
It's not.
But I mean, all the Christians sometimes became like anti-Jewish,
You know,
like they became
the
anti-Torah.
Christians that are against the Torah are wrong. The Christians that are against the Jews are wrong. Okay? Because Jesus was for the Torah. It's a very, very important, good word about the Torah, that not one letter can be lost in the Torah. Okay? So, now, the nation right now are not ordered to perform all the commandments, but in the future, when Mashiach comes, they will start to perform all the commandments. Like the thing will change. Like it already happens. There are many people that perform the commandment. Even the Shabbat that Jews says that the nation should not keep the Shabbat. This can be changed.
Okay. Okay.
Who is part of the nature cannot rest. If you are part of the nature, you have to work all the time.
Yeah.
The sun work all the time. It's part of the nature. The moon work all the time. You don't rest. right? It's part of the nature, the wind, the sea. If the nations are part of the nature, they don't have to rest. They cannot do Shabbat. But if they learn Torah, they go above the nature. If you are above the nature, you have to keep Shabbat. Yes.
But it will happen after the coming of Messiah or now?
Well, after the coming of Mashiach, even from the point of view of the Jewish, it would be changed that the nation don't have to keep Shabbat. You know.
So now we're not about Torah.
Each period of time has a special way of rectification. Okay? Something that it was good, something that is good today, maybe was not very good 1,000 years ago. Maybe 1,000 years ago it's better you don't learn Torah. Maybe it's better for you. Today, think develop, think change, and everybody have to learn Torah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe 2,000, 3,000 years ago, it was better that the woman don't learn Torah. Today is not like this at all. The women have to learn Torah. Reality change.
Yeah.
Okay. The woman grew up. The nation grew up. Goy. You know, Jewish, we call it Goy, equal Eve. The same thing, Eve.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They are in the Bible Eve generation of Goyim, before Abraham, 19th generation of no Jewish. Goy equal Chava equal 19. Before Abraham is a 20th generation. From Abraham until the end of the Bible, there are 45 generations of Jewish. What is Adam? Okay, so all the Bible is a story of Adam and Eve. Eve is a not Jewish, and Adam is a Jewish, relatively. All right? So like in the past, women didn't have to learn Torah. Today, women have to learn Torah. It's already a few hundred years ago that we said that women have to learn Torah. And the same thing about the Goyim, they have to learn Torah.
Yeah.
Because reality changed, developed.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, why we learn Torah? We learn Torah to feed, to give food to our belief. Let's say that my belief in Jesus is not strong enough. In Moses, in the leader, in the true leader in Am Yisrael, is not strong enough. So by learning Torah, what he was just faith, it become knowledge. And now my faith is more strong. So I will learn Torah.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
It is written, Vayaminu B'Hashem u'Moshe Avdo. They believe in God and in Moses. In both they believe. Right? So it's all right to believe in a person.
Yeah. As a leader, right?
And we call Moshe Raya Meimana. It means is a chapter of the faith.
The chapter of what? Faith?
Of the faith. Of the emunah, of the faith.
Oh, faith. Yeah.
How is a chapter of the faith? With the knowledge. With the knowledge he gives us, the faith become more strong and more high.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about this. The faith become knowledge, and then we will receive more high, more strong faith. Okay, so if you don't have enough faith in what it is written in the Torah, what you have to do? You have to learn more Torah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
of course.
Mhm. Okay. Maybe one day we should. You should teach us about Gilgul, reincarnation, so we can understand why Jesus is in the what, like you said, like every rabbi, like Lubavitcher Rebbe is also Jesus, and then one day he will come again. Is that the concept that we should understand or not?
Yeah, it is Gilgul and Neshamot. This is like to close a cycle, you know. If I have a problem that was not solved in one life, I come back to solve it, to fix it. And this is even from the New Testament, you can learn that it is reincarnation. Because he said about the olive tree, Paulus, he talked about branch that was cut off of the tree, and God can bring them back. If they are cut up, it means they are died.
Yeah. Oh.
How they come back to the tree? He said this very clearly. If not in reincarnation. Right?
Maybe one day we should learn that, Rabbi. Because I can understand about the reincarnation, because the reincarnation that I know is from like from Eastern belief, like from Eastern tradition, like from Buddhism.
It's not only. I mean, it's all the religion, all the religion that have mystic. They know about reincarnation. Something very, very simple and very, very logical.
Yeah.
I don't talk about proof of people that come back here and remember what was before. And they go to the village and they recognize, they say where they hide something, and they recognize all the family. Small kids that came to this world and they remember everything happened before, and they recognize, they go to the place where they was living in the reincarnation before. There are many thousands of stories like this. Usually we don't remember the reincarnation, because if you remember, you cannot really fix anything.
Oh yeah.
But you know, there are things that is better we will not know, we will not remember. But all right.
Maybe one day.
Then we will see you together next time, and we keep talking like we do every time.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rabbi.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.